More cities around Texas are preparing to house immigrant children, including Abilene, less than 3 hours west of Fort Worth. Lauren Zakalik is there tonight with a look at how the city is responding.
The federal government said today that no decisions have been made yet as to where the next tent city for migrant children will be. Here in Abilene, they say they're preparing as best they can with very little insight from the feds. Abilene, Texas is many hundreds of miles away from the immigration crisis unfolding on our country's border. Hundreds of miles away for now. The federal government confirming to WFAA Monday that Dyess Air Force Base in Abilene is one of 3 Texas sites being considered for future tent cities for migrant children, like the one we're seeing in Tornillo.
Certainly people in our community are talking about this.
Abilene Mayor Anthony Williams says he learned about his city's possible involvement on the news.
There has been no formal communication with the city. My understanding is there has been a site visit.
He says stakeholders are ready to come to the table, but without information from the government, he says it's difficult to plan.
What are we planning for? What are the numbers? What's the duration? When does it happen?
When these children arrive, if they do, that they'll be well taken care of. But to me, that's really not the issue.
Bill Enriquez serves on the city's Hispanic Business Council. He says Abilene is complex. It's a pro-Trump city, but with a rich history of helping immigrants and refugees. He says he has no doubt the city will step up if the children come, but he can't believe what is happening on our border.
I'd rather die than for somebody to take my children. There's nothing worse than somebody taking your kids. Yeah. It just can't happen that way.
And Abilene.
Williams says he's waiting for word on if or when the children will come. He says he doesn't want to inject his personal views on the situation, but he will say this.
As an Abilenian, as the mayor of Abilene, I would love Abilene to be recognized, but maybe not like this.
In Abilene, Lauren Zakalik, Channel 8 News.